The average price of a home in GTA has gone up $115,000 since January. And I gotta be honest, I was not expecting prices to go up this quickly. Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dilyar Murad and I'm a real estate broker here in the Greater Toronto area. In this video, we're gonna look at the latest trends in the GTA real estate market. Let's get started. First off, let's talk about the average home prices. According to the latest data by the Toronto Real Estate Board, the average price of a home in April was $1,153,269, which is down about 7.8%, or roughly $100,000 from the same time last year. The number of homes for sale continued to be a challenge in many different areas in GTA. In April, the number of new listings went down by 38% compared to the same time last year. This means there are far fewer homes now for buyers to choose from. But despite the low inventory, the number of sales actually remained fairly strong. In fact, the number of homes sold were just slightly lower than the same time last year, which goes to show that the buyer demand is rapidly growing. So let's take a step back for a second. Because keep in mind, last year, April, we were just coming off from the record highs, and the rates were also a lot lower than what we have today. So to make it fair, I'm gonna pull up the numbers from January so we can dissect this data together. Now, I want you guys to take a look at the active listings in January. We've had 9,200 homes for sale, but only 3,100 homes sold in January. On the contrary, in April, we've had around 10,000 homes for sale, whereas active listings, and 7,500 homes sold. So in other words, we've had similar number of homes for sale now as we did in January, but the demand to buy these homes have more than doubled, which is actually what drove up these prices by more than $100,000 and making it really difficult for buyers to find the right property. This is further supported by the big dip in the average days on the market, which was 29 days in January, and now we're at 17 days here in April. Now let's take a closer look at some regional trends, specifically here in the Durham region. Now, the segment that hasn't recovered as much or moving at a slower pace is the condo segment here in the Durham region, which the average days on the market is just over 3 weeks. So if you actually exclude the condos in the Durham region, the average freehold property in Durham region is now selling in less than 10 days. Average price of a detached home in Pickering now is pushing $1.3 million. Detached home in Ajax is sitting at $1,091,000. $1,180,000 for Whitby, $926,000 for Oshawa, and lastly Clarington being $972,000. Also, majority of these homes in Durham region are being priced artificially low to create bidding wars, and it's working. On offer nights, it's not unusual to see 10, 15, 20 plus offers on certain homes. Also, one thing I'm noticing is that homes priced between $700,000 and $850,000 are in extremely high demand. So here are some things that I will look out for in the coming months. Number one is the US interest rate announcement. Now, they've just announced an interest rate hike a couple of weeks ago, and many experts agree that this will be their last one. But we all know that US monetary policies have a tremendous effect on Canadian monetary policies, so we must keep an eye on it to see where things go with Canada as well. Number two is inflation. Now, inflation in Canada has gone down from its peak of 8.1% to recently to 4.3% in March, meaning these rate hikes are actually working. But then again, we have to make sure that these stay the same or actually go lower. If not, Bank of Canada will be forced to raise interest rates again. Now, the third factor to consider is the unemployment rate. You may have heard some companies laying people off or in a hiring freeze, and if the unemployment rates were to go up in the next few months, we may expect Bank of Canada to actually cut rates sooner than later. This is because high unemployment rate is correlated with recession, and government might cut the rates to encourage spending again. Again, this is all hypothetical and no one has the crystal ball. But I like to think that everyone should hear different opinions to make an informed decision of their own. With that being said, thank you for tuning in and see you next time.